Hello and welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus Show. I am Lupagus, and the Vikings news continues to trickle on in today like a weak pea stream. The latest is now George Iloka has been placed on injury reserve with a torn ACL. He is out for the season, most likely ending his second stint with the Vikings. Um, in most cases, talking about a backup safety is not video worthy, but there's two major takeaways here. The first one is, does this, with Iloka going IR, does that make Harrison Smith and Anthony Harris untradeable for the Vikings? Um, that's the question right now that a lot of people are asking. My answer to that would be, well, it's kind of two-sided. Does it make them untradeable? No. The Vikings can trade one of them still, but if they do this, they're obviously showing their hand that they're tanking the season, that they don't give a shit anymore, that they're playing for the future. Um, because you have no backup behind. You got Josh Metellus, and you got something called Luther Kirk on the practice squad. Those are your only two safeties. If any of those guys have to see time, it's not going to go well. So does it make them tradable? It makes them very unlikely to be traded. Doesn't mean that they won't be. If the Vikings get blown out of the water with a deal, I think they definitely still want to get that second round pick back that they lost from Yannick Ngakoue. So if something comes up with a high second round pick, you're not going to get a first, but if that happened too, I think they'd definitely jump ship and ship one of these guys. But at this point, I would say no. And the other thing is, now you got to hope and pray if Harrison Smith and Anthony Harris do stick around that none of them gets hurt. If you want to still be competitive, and the Vikings, Rick Spielman came out and said they are not tanking, that they still want to win, then you got to hope that these guys both stay healthy, because Josh Metellus comes in, has to see an extended amount of time. That ain't good. If Luther Kirk comes in and has to see time, that's not good either. So it would just be, you got young corners, and then you would have an inexperienced young safety in the mix. I mean, the Vikings are already giving up 40 points a game. You're looking at what now? Giving up 60, 69 points a game? Who knows? Yeah, so it would just be brutal. And it'd have to be. I mean, if they lost Smith or Harris and had one of rely on these young guys, I don't know the Vikings win another game this season. So, um, yeah, are they tradable? Probably not going to be traded. And again, hope they stay healthy. Otherwise, it's going to be uglier than it already is. All right, I'm Lumpagus. We'll be back later today with a video that will be talking about maybe some options for the Vikings at what pick they currently hold in the 2021 NFL Draft. Until then, guys, always, for the love of God, keep your skull in your hole.